Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be making art with Sharpies. But these are no ordinary Sharpies. They have brush nibs, and to me, that's wild. I have been using Sharpies my entire life and never have I ever heard of Sharpie having brush nibs, so this is definitely something new. I don't know how new, but I first saw them on Lucid Nima's channel when she introduced them, and I freaked out. I was like, what? When did Sharpie get brush nibs? So I think that's just really cool, and I'm so excited to try these out. As you can see, my color selection is a little limited, so I'm not entirely too sure what I'm going to create with these, but let's just get right into it. And so I got this new sketchbook. It is a render sketchbook by Crescent Creative Products, and apparently it can deal with alcohol markers. So I'm really excited to test it out, but for right now, I'm just gonna do some sketching in it. I will be making a video, kind of just a showcase to show you guys how well it does and see if I like it. I don't know, we'll see. And so I'm kind of just doing sort of like thumbnails in a sense, because the page I'm gonna be working on is gonna be square sized, and I'm gonna see just about character placement. So I kind of like this rough idea I'm going with, so I'm going to go ahead and start doing another sketch just to see about fleshing out this character. Definitely getting a long hair, don't care attitude from her. She seems extremely laid back, and I like that. And the main reason I'm just doing this sketching is just to bring you guys through my character design process. I've had a lot of questions about this, so I figured I'd just give you guys a little insight into that. Now I'm gonna test out some color scheme ideas. As far as colors go, there is no chill when it comes to vibrancy, and they pretty much all have the same sort of value. So it's gonna make for a difficult piece, but let's see how it ends up. All right, it's an extremely rough idea, but let's go ahead and make the final version. Okay, so there's my sketch. I'm not gonna put any more detail into it, only because I'm going to go ahead and color it with the Sharpies, and with some of the Sharpies, it seems like the pencil tends to mix into the Sharpie, making it muddy. So I don't want to put too much lines. At the same time, I don't want to outline it with black ink because I want to keep the entire drawing somewhat Sharpie. And if I go in and start doing the lines with a black Sharpie, it's gonna start mixing with the colors afterwards. So I'm gonna put the colors down first and then outline it later. We'll see how it goes. And I'm honestly really nervous. Don't want to mess it up. I don't think I've ever been this precise with marker ink before. Things you can accomplish under anxiety. Okay, so far so good. This yellow color was definitely the one that got the most muddied by the pencil sketch when I was coloring in the sketches that I did. So now it's coming out a lot brighter since I have no pencil lines around this area, so that's good. I'm genuinely impressed with how far Sharpie has come though. I used to use them all the time in middle school and high school for my art. Not to color with, I just use the extremely fine point, like fine liners, to line all my art, and then I would color them in like either colored pencil or sometimes my Prismacolor markers. But as a kid, I would have never dreamed of brush markers for Sharpies. And I bet you these Sharpie brush markers were made for calligraphy kind of stuff, because hand lettering and calligraphy have grown a lot in popularity these last few years, especially with the whole bullet journal trend that's happening. So I bet you that's why Sharpie probably made these. I mean, I could be wrong, but they are great for coloring. It's awesome. I'm really liking how this is turning out. I mean, are all the colors going together? Absolutely not. This color scheme is not the best, but it is what I could do with the limited color palette of just, what is this, 12 colors? With all relatively the same extreme brightness. And this was the biggest count pack I could find. They seem to only do 12 colors for the brush markers, so that kind of sucks. But hopefully they'll come out with more, because these have so much more potential. I wonder if they know that. Do they know that? I'm just so impressed, like, with what I'm able to achieve here. All right, so here's my ultra fine point Sharpie. Oh my gosh. Okay, had trouble opening it. And I'm going to line it. Definitely feel like outlining it for last was the best decision I could have made. And I had a lot of fun with it because it was kind of like color blocking in a sense. And then putting the line art on last just really feels like it brings the entire piece together. And I love when that happens because it's just so satisfying. So if I were staying strictly to the Sharpie Art Challenge, I would probably end it here and call it done. But being the artistic person that I am, I can't just let it be like this. So I'm going to add a few more things to just really pull it all together. Actually, I'm not done. I forgot to do the background. I had like these blue stripes in the background. Let me just do that really quick. Oops. I'll just be more careful next time. All right, now we can move on. I think that this is actually a great sort of action-like background. It's just very directional. Ooh, so it creates like movement, especially when her hair is whipping back. And then these lines are like just kind of forcing that sort of wind idea of direction. And so the only thing that really kills me about this piece is that I couldn't put any shading because of the color selection that I have. Clearly, I think it still looks good without it, but as an artist, like I said before, I can't just leave it like that. So I'm breaking out a few colored pencils just to get some depth in there and shading. Yes, this is looking a lot better. The only thing is that colored pencils don't exactly do all that well on this type of paper that I'm using. And for those curious, I'm just using the Express It blending cards, which are great for markers in my opinion. The colored pencils, they're okay. And the final touches, shinies. And I also get a lot of questions about this product. This is just a Sakura Jelly Roll gel pen in white. Can easily find it on Amazon. I like them. A lot of people ask me, you know, which I prefer more, this or the Unisigno, I think it's called. And I'd love to answer that, but I've never used anything but this Sakura Jelly Roll gel pen. But I hope to use something other than this one day. But to me, this gets the job done. And so now I'm just going through and outlining her a little bit more just to really make her pop out and separate her from the background. And that's that. I'm super proud of this piece. I had zero expectations for this going into this. I was really nervous about using such saturated colors, but in the end, I am so pleased with what I created. Like, I'm really happy. So as always, I'm curious about your guys' thoughts, so definitely let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, maybe comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys. Bye!